Music serves as a universal language that connects people on a profound, intangible level. But how do musicians do this? I'm Warren Buchholz, Jazz Brand Manager at WUSF, and I am on a mission to find out. Meet Mindi Abair. She is a two-time Grammy-nominated saxophonist, vocalist, author, and wine entrepreneur. She's recorded and toured with ensembles and musicians like Aerosmith, Gerald Albright, Gregg Allman, Koz and Trombone Shorty. She's currently touring with Peter White and Vincent Ingala for the 2025 Peter White Christmas Show, where they will be performing at the Capitol Theater in Clearwater on December 11th at 8 p.m. You can find tickets for this wonderful holiday show at rutheckerdhall.com. I hope you enjoy. Can you kind of tell me more about what Christmas was like growing up?
Well, yeah, I grew up in St. Petersburg, Florida. So, right by you. So it's always nice to come home for the
Yeah.
holidays, play Clearwater. It's awesome. Um, but yeah, I grew up, my grandmother was an opera singer and everything you'd think about, just loud and charismatic and a big woman. And so she would always cook. My parents didn't cook. My dad was a sax player, so they were always on the road. So I would look forward to it all year. My grandmother would cook oyster stuffing. Have you
Oh,
ever cooked
okay.
oyster stuffing?
No, I haven't.
I know, right? It's kind of crazy, but it is Florida, right?
That's true.
And she would cook rhubarb pies because they were
Mm,
from the Midwest. So I still carry that on. My grandmother's not with us anymore, but
yeah,
I carried on not the oyster stuffing, but the rhubarb pies and the apple pies and stuff like
yeah,
that. So
yeah.
I always look
Do you
forward
uh
to
do you bake a pie or uh yeah, you
it.
bake it? Oh,
Totally. I love
oof.
making pies. When I'm
Yeah.
home, we cook a lot. My husband and I have a company called
Hmm.
wineandjazz.com. So, food kind of goes with wine, and I'm completely driven by food.
Yeah, yeah. No, my partner Brittany, she's also a pie maker. So
Oh,
like this is the great time of year for all the pies,
I
apple
know I'm not
pies.
home right now, so I just have to eat other people's pies, which
Yeah, yeah.
is not a bad thing either.
All
So
right.
maybe have her bring over a pie to Clearwater.
Okay. All right. It's a deal. But
I've always
uh
trained everyone, like if you're a fan, bring us some cookies or,
all
bring us
right.
some brownies or bring us something. So, it's a good thing. You get a little home baked stuff when you're on the road.
Good to know. Good to know. What do you love most about this time of year?
You know what? I have done a Christmas tour for 22 years, and it's just fun to kind of spread the holiday cheer. I'm a Christmas dork. I love the music. I love the melodies and the joyousness. I think we need that. And and I just think it's really fun to go up there and sing these songs that we've all known since childhood. And it brings a real sense of just kind of joy and escape and beauty. So I love singing these songs to everyone. So we've got 22 cities on this tour,
Mm,
and it's just like a city at night. But I see people's eyes, I see the kids in the audience just smiling, and it's super cool. That's what I love, because that's been the last 22 years of me
yeah,
just being on the
yeah.
road every night and seeing people and being, kind of spreading that joy. I like it.
Very cool. Very cool. And you seeing all these different people every night, it probably gives you that energy to want to continue to perform, especially during the holidays.
I love it. We spend our life on the road. I think last year I was probably home maybe 2 months, maybe 2.5 months. We do a lot in Europe. I host my wine and jazz adventures around the world. So we'll put on these week long curated music and wine and food things in all the different wine regions. And then we host a New Year's Eve in San Diego. That's, Richard Elliott and Marcus Anderson and DW3 and all these great artists. So for me, it's being out there, and it's the excitement of kind of seeing the world and being with friends and playing and, just kind of experiencing new things and being around people. I do think it's really good energy to share music, no matter what it is.
True, true. And so this show, December 11th, 8 p.m. at the Capitol Theater here in Clearwater. It's Peter White's Christmas.
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell me what will audiences expect from this show?
Absolutely. We're at the Capitol Theater again, which is just one of my favorite places to play. Billheimer Capitol Theater. Ooh.
Mhm.
Um, it always feels like home, and so many friends and family come down because it's my hometown.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the show is really, really cool. We've been doing it a long time. Peter White is an amazing, iconic jazz guitarist, and just so open and free. And then Vincent Ingala is the other artist, and he's just this powerhouse saxophonist, super young and just really, really talented. And then myself, and we put together, it's kind of like a variety show for Christmas. There's stuff that's beautiful musically. There's stuff that's sweeping and large. There's stuff that's rocking, and there's stuff that's kind of kitschy and
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
So you kind of get the best of all worlds, and you go away. I mean, definitely in the Christmas spirit. We play some of our own music as well. So, it's a little bit of everything, but it's just a really feel good show, and you walk away with a lot of music, that's for sure.
I gotta say, I miss the variety shows, especially on television. Like, I know
I
Dolly
know.
Parton does a variety show here and there, and the Country Christmases, and
I used to
I
watch
miss a
the
good
Barbara
variety.
Mandrell
Oh,
specials and those old specials on TV that would be those Christmas specials that someone would do, and just everyone would come and guest and everything. So we wanted to put together something like that. And I come back every year and do a Christmas tour. And it's fun to kind of put it together and make it happen old school style.
very cool. What does collaboration look like among the three of you?
You know what? The three of us are on stage, I'd say 90% of the time.
Okay.
Every once in a while, we take off and let someone else just totally take it. I have a song off my new record. They're both playing on it. Everyone is in on it. And yeah, there's only a couple times I'm off stage, and the same with Vincent. Peter stays on the whole time. But it's fun to collaborate. We've all been friends a long time. So, we all kind of get in on the fun. And even if someone's not on the record that we made, um, oh, they're on the show. We use them. So it's fun. I think you can see the camaraderie and the musicality of how we fit into each other's music. We've done it for a long time.
What does the process look like for picking and choosing which songs you want to play live?
Some of the songs are from our holiday records. We each have a number of holiday records because we're all kind of Christmas dorks.
And you
Um,
just came out with last year, I Can't Wait for Christmas,
yeah,
which is a beautiful album.
thank you for saying that. I had so much fun making that. Um, yeah, we've got stuff off our personal Christmas records, but then Peter White and I have made two together. One was live from our tour, and then another was a studio record. And you know what? It's really fun to kind of pick and choose your favorite songs, and then kind of pick and choose things that are just fun or things that are beautiful. So we all have a say in it. It's a super collaborative of, ooh, you want to do this, you want to do this. A lot of these songs, though, have followed us throughout the years. We've been doing this tour for 22 years. It started with just Peter and I in 2003. So a few of the songs and kind of the medleys were things that we came up with that first year. There's one song by Joni Mitchell, River, that's not a Christmas song, but we made it a Christmas song, and now a lot of people have made it a Christmas song, and we've done that since the very first year. John Lennon's "Happy Christmas, War is Over." We've done that since the very first year. "Oh Holy Night" we've done as well. So it's fun to kind of add some new things here and there, but then really, kind of lean on the things that we think are our favorites, from through the years.
22 years. That's amazing.
I
Year
know,
after
and we
year
still
after
look the
year.
same, huh? No.
You look younger. Younger.
Right, right.
How do you change it every year? What keeps it fresh for you?
You know, um, we don't change much every year. We kind of add stuff that we feel like, ooh, this is timely, or I'm feeling this right now. Music is so just in your heart. You want to play something this year that maybe you didn't
Sure.
play last year. Um, but it mostly comes into play with our own music. I put out a new record this year called Based on a True Story. So I definitely want to play something from that.
Yeah.
And Peter wants to play something from his new record. So I'm playing Nouveau Soul from my record, and he's playing I Love You Still from his new record, Light of Day. So that's what changes, is that
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
different records come out. For me, my Christmas record came out last year. So I want to play something, from that and kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
play a new arrangement from that. So year by year, we kind of look at each other and go, "Do you want to change anything?" And that, it's kind of an organic process.
Do you have a favorite moment from the show this year?
You know what? I love. I have a few favorite moments, but I love playing the Peanuts song. Christmas time is here. That's one of my favorite songs. I mean, I know we all know it from television. We grew up as kids watching the Peanuts special. But boy, when Christmas time is here comes on, I do it with just piano and then have the band come in a little later. Um, it makes me happy. It's just a super beautiful song. The melody is perfect for a saxophone,
Yeah.
and I love playing that.
It's a
Yeah, I'd say
beautiful
that's
song.
probably my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Christmas time is here. Brilliant.
Yeah, the
Brilliant.
kids choir comes in, it's
Oh, that's great.
emblazoned in us from our
Yeah.
childhood.
Yeah. Yeah. I also want to talk about, so there's a VIP package. It's pre-show, and it's
Mhm.
part of your wineandjazz.com series.
Yeah.
You have a sommelier come out and kind of help pair wines with some of your music. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, sure. So I married a wine guy, and I recommend it, by the way. But by wine guy, look, as I've spent my life making music, my husband has spent his life running some really cool wineries like
Yeah.
Napa and GH Mum, the Champagne House, and Paris Jouet and Kendall Jackson. So he's not just someone who likes wine. He knows his stuff. So we started our own company about 6 years ago called wineandjazz.com. And so we make actually nine wines a year now. And we have a wine club with hundreds of members throughout the US. And we ship them wine. Actually, it's going out in a couple of days. Pretty cool.
Ooh.
Um, to our members, we have, all these wine bottles are going to be shipping around the US. Super cool. And so we do something in front of our shows. We kind of take the tasting room to you.
Mm.
So we go through three of our company's wines, we ship them in, and my husband explains each wine and goes through each wine, like a wine geek would. But then he hands it to me, and I go through it like a musician would. What do I feel? What do I hear? And I pair the wine with music. Now, all of our wines that we make, we do the labels. They're all music centric, and they all
Okay.
have paired music playlists. So this is definitely a passion project of our two worlds coming together. So we always say, sip generously, listen loudly, repeat often. That's our company tagline. That's the way we live our
Yeah.
lives. So you're kind of coming into our natural habitat an hour before the show
Yeah.
and just getting to taste wines. And I play, a song for each wine based on the style of the wine. It's an intimate, really cool thing to do. So I say, if you come to the show, come early and do the whole thing.
What's your process for going through and picking a song for each wine? What does that look like?
Well, I create a playlist for each wine in Spotify. So if you go to wineandjazz.com in the search engine of Spotify, and click on our company, you'll see each wine that we've made throughout the years and a playlist for each one. So for me, we have a wine called Viva la Sol, and it's velvety. It's very elegant, beautiful wine, but it's got a little earthiness to it too. It's kind of grounded, you know.
Yeah.
I love that. I paired that with soul music. So the playlist for our Viva la Soul Pinot Noir is everyone from Ray Charles to Marvin Gaye, Booker T, Sam and Dave, Wilson Pickett. It's awesome. It's such a fun playlist. So I usually play a song by Sam Cooke. You send me in the tasting, and just to kind of reiterate, you've got this elegance, but then you've got this a little grit to it. So that's how I do it. Every wine has a flavor, has a sense, has a feel. Yeah, we've done everything from Baroque music to string quartets to rock and roll to traditional jazz. It's really fun.
That sounds really, really fun. Yeah. And you get to drink wine as well. So I mean, what's not to like about this
I'm
series?
feeling like my career path is genius. Yeah. I get to
Yeah,
drink
I would say so.
and
I would
play
say
music
so.
with my friends and travel the world
Yeah.
for a living. So this is, yes, winning.
Do you have any good wines to pair with pie?
Absolutely. I have a
Hmm.
lot. I have a Sauvignon Blanc that would pair rock star. Our standard Sauvignon Blanc would pair crazy with pie. So bring it on.
Beautiful. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to meet with me about your show. Peter White's Christmas, December 11th, 8 p.m., Capitol Theater. It sounds like it's going to be a beautiful show, and I can't wait to see it.
Now, thanks for spending a little time with me. Obviously, here on the tour bus because we're just going
Ooh,
city to city here.
what does a day on the tour bus look like for you?
Well, we played Annapolis last night and hopped in the bus and drove all night. We're now in New Jersey, so it's 28 degrees.
Oh,
Obviously, I want to come home to
yeah,
Florida.
yeah, yeah.
So, that's what it looks like. So we just got in. We're sitting in the loading dock of the Count Basie Theater, and we'll be
Mm.
playing here tonight. So, I'm gonna go find some food. I'm gonna go make some noise and do a little sound check, and boom, we'll be ready.